this video, we're going to work on our digestion. So if you have an upset belly or you just feel like you ate a bunch of food and don't feel very comfortable, this is the perfect flow for that. By the end of this, you're going to feel much better. If you need a block or a blanket, go ahead and grab one. You might want it for a couple of these poses. Otherwise, let's get started. So, coming onto our back, we're just going to come onto our back nice and easy. If you want to put a blanket under your hips, feel free to do so. Hands are at your sides here. Feet are planted, and you can close off your eyes if you want to, totally up to you. And what we're going to do is just some breathing here. We're going to really focus kind of on the sacrum and our large intestinal area. So I just want you to start in, you're going to inhale. And then you can exhale out your mouth or nose, whatever feels best for you. Just really start to think about breathing. Think about your body just melt, like letting gravity do its work pretty much, pulling your body toward the earth. And this might sound weird, but imagine if the earth was breathing, that it's breathing through your body. So now as you inhale, your back is going to come up slightly off the ground. Maybe you can't tell in this video, but my back is off the ground right now at the inhale. And then when I exhale, my back is pressed back into the ground. So thinking about just the ground underneath you, breathing with you, it just helps expand your ribs even more. So continuing to inhale and exhale here. Nice, long, deep breaths. Very nice. Letting that back come up off the floor. Our sacrum still sinking into the ground as we do this. And really your back should naturally just kind of come off the floor as you inhale. But we're just exaggerating it. You might even feel a little bit of a stretch in your back. That's bonus. Good. Okay, one last one here. Good. Okay, now what we're going to do is just hug our knees into us. Let's make sure I'm not creeping forward my mat here. Just holding your knees into you. You can kind of crinkle up your toes, stretch them out a little bit. Point. Flex your feet, just get those ankles nice and warm. Now what we're going to do is just hug those knees in. This should feel really nice, especially if you have any kind of indigestion or cramps or anything like that. This should feel really nice right now. Anytime your knees are up into your belly. And what we're going to do, we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale one leg out. Just let it rest there for a moment, letting the ground kind of pull it down. And now inhale, bringing it back in, and then exhale, the other leg. Still doing nice long inhales and exhales here. Do it again, inhale, exhale, and just continue to alternate your legs. So I'm on my right leg now going out as my left leg comes in with an inhale. And exhale the opposite leg out. In my case, it's my right leg. Inhale back in that right leg. Exhale out that left leg. Continue a couple more sets here at your own pace. Really think about keeping that back into the ground though to protect it. One more here. Back is touching the ground the whole way through. Inhale. Both legs in. Exhale. Good. Planting your feet down. Now what we're going to do is extend your left leg, bring up your right leg. Let's just do a simple twist here. So you're just going to do a nice little twist here. Bringing that right leg, it doesn't have to come all the way down to the floor like mine just kind of does. It can be hovering, whatever feels right for your back. If that feels like it's too much, I should have mentioned this, you might want to move your hips over to the right a little bit, then twist. You really want to keep that back elongated, and that's really important. So if you want a little extra twist just for a little neck opener, even though our focus is digestion here, you can look toward your right hand, which in your arms are in T position. Twists are so good for our digestive, for all of our kidneys, and just all of our internal organs. They're so good for that. Just a couple breaths here. And now bringing that leg back. Bringing your hips back into center if you moved them over to the right a little bit. Extending out that right leg now. Moving your hips to the left this time. Bringing up that left leg in a 90-degree angle. And then letting it cross over to your right. Oh yeah, this side's tighter for me. And breathing. Letting gravity pull your leg toward the ground. Even if you're not touching the ground, just still relaxing into the pose. If you need to bring your leg down a little further so that your leg is not a 90-degree angle, that's fine. Arms in a T position if you want, looking toward your left hand this time for a little added twist bonus. Good. One more breath here. Good. Now coming back to center, nice and easy. Good, and centering back up your hips. Now stretching your legs straight down and your arms over your head, if that feels good for you. If it doesn't, you can leave them by your sides here. Now, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna roll, but I'll talk you through it, and this is great also for the sacrum and just the internal organs that are great for digestion. So just letting kind of the ground massage our bodies out. So we're just going to roll to one side, come back to the mat, and then roll to the other side, because that's how much room I have. If you want to keep just rolling across the room, if you have the space, please feel free to do so. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick up that left leg slightly, press against the ground, and start to push away. Your left hip is rolling up, and you're rolling forward onto your belly. And then coming down, resting your forehead on the ground. We're still breathing here. Now you can keep going to that same direction if you want. I'm going to switch back to the other way. So I'm going to start to roll to the right, bringing my left hip up. You can use your left leg to push your body gently over, nice and slow though, back into your back where we started. Okay, now the other direction. So now bending your right leg, pressing against the ground, and pressing yourself over onto that right, or with your right hip up in the air, and onto your belly. Good. Resting here for a moment. Take one big inhale, one big exhale. And if your floor is cold like mine, I definitely recommend putting a blanket down for this. Good. All right, now bringing that right hip back up, pressing, using your right foot to help press yourself back up if you need to, coming back into your back on your mat. All right, one more. Bending that left leg, press against the ground. Left hip comes upward gently, slowly, slowly, slowly rolling onto our bellies. Rest that forehead down. Take note of where your body is touching the ground and how it's releasing into it. Kind of just absorbing the ground, if you will, into yourself. Like, almost like you're one thing right now. Now, left hip up. Use that left foot if you need to. Twisting, arms just follow along and they rest on the ground as well. So we are now back on our back our starting position. One more roll to the left and then back to the center, and we'll move on. So right leg, bend it, press to your right, or sorry, your left really, your right hip up, down onto your belly, rest that forehead. One deep breath here, letting yourself melt into the earth. Good. Now right hip coming up, using that right foot if you need to bring yourself back up and onto your back flat. Good. Just take a moment to reach here, reach over your head, reach your toes away. See how long you can make your body. Good. Okay, now bring your arms back down. Go ahead and grab underneath your thighs here and roll up. Good. All right, now we're going to come to standing. And what I'd like for you to do is just put your feet more than shoulder width apart, okay? And then, excuse me, what we're going to do is inhale, and we're going to exhale flat back down. Now this is where you might want to block if you're not feeling going all the way down. That's totally fine. Grab a block and support yourself. If you're able to you can even just let yourself hang too. You do not have to touch the floor like I do. You might be up here, that's okay. Do what feels good for you. Just let that back hang for a moment. Enjoy this. Let your hamstrings get a little used to this. You may not be able to go very low at first. That's okay. We haven't really warmed up our hamstrings yet, so just ease into it. Relax that head, those shoulders. Breathing still. Release those back ribs. All of this is holding in our internal organs, including our digestive. Now we're going to do another twist here. This time, taking your right hand, see if you can grab your left ankle or your left calf, depending on how open you are, okay? And so if you can just stay here, grabbing that opposite ankle. If you want more of a challenge, you can try to grab your other ankle with your left hand and see if you can poke your head under your right arm for a nice side stretch. But that's pretty advanced. Again, just keeping that right hand either on the left ankle or left calf will work. But if you want a little extra added challenge, left hand on your right ankle will work. And you can pop your head under that right arm. Can actually feel pretty good when you're ready for it, though. Not so much when you're not. Okay, now coming back to center, releasing that hand from that ankle. Placing your hands right out in front of you, just straightening that back for a moment, giving it a break. Maybe bending those knees just for a moment. Now if you need the block, again, using the block. Straightening those legs again. Dropping your head and letting yourself hang there once more. Now this time taking your left hand and doing the opposite. So you're grabbing your right ankle or calf. You can cross your right hand underneath that left arm and go toward, and maybe you can't reach your left ankle, that's fine. You can just reach on the floor if you want and tuck that head under that left bicep or tricep really. Again, that's advanced. If all you want to do is just let that right arm hang and grab that right ankle, you can do that. This is really nice for good digestive tract warm up, helping you digest your food better. Gently release that hand, coming to center, and then what we're going to do is gently bend your knees and roll yourself up, heel, toe, or step in your feet if you want. Let's inhale up and exhale down. Good. Okay, a couple last things here. Coming back on down to our mat. One more twist. What I like to do is I like to bend. Let's bend the left leg and then put the bottom of your right foot flat on the mat. If this isn't comfortable for you, still bend that right foot, but extend out that left leg straight. Okay, so if you're not feeling the pretzel position, that's fine. Just straighten out that left leg. Okay, so now we're gonna reach up that right arm, reach, and place it behind you. Both hips are on the floor, and then we're gonna lift up that left arm, reach, and then you have the option of hugging that right knee and twisting, looking behind you, or you can, if you're feeling pretty open, you can hook that left elbow for a little more intense twist here on the outside of the right knee and do a nice twist here. And don't think so much about twisting more, think about getting taller with each breath. You're really elongating your neck, your spine, as you look over to the back, to your right. Nice deep breaths here. Good. Just feel like a nice twist there. Really good for the kidneys and digestive. Once again, nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, release it. Good. Okay, now switching to the other side. So bending that right leg, letting it rest on the mat, and then planting that left foot. Again, straightening the right leg if that's better for you. And so we got our left foot planted and both hips are on the ground. So this time reach up that left arm, reach. Plant it behind you. Right arm up, reach, nice and tall. And then bringing it down, either hugging that knee to you as you twist, or hooking that right elbow on the outside of the left knee, twisting, growing taller with each breath. You might feel your right hip open up a little bit. I certainly am in this, if you're in this position. Grow taller. Nice long neck. Shoulders are out of your ears. Nice and relaxed. High chest turn. There. All right, inhale. And exhale, release it. Yes, I see you. Now, what we're going to do is just come in a child's pose to wrap this up. Now that we've gone over a good twist in, so you have the option here, or you can start in one way and halfway through go into the different positions. So a child's pose can be with your feet together where you reach forward like this. So that's one option for you. Or we can spread out our knees and come forward. And this actually feels really good on my back, so I prefer this version. Your big toes should be touching, your hips are sinking toward your heels, and you're just doing nice deep breaths here. Now, if you have an upset belly or you have cramps, I definitely recommend keeping your knees in together and just resting on them. Really letting your belly relax into your legs. It should feel really soothing and calming. This is the position, if I ever have cramps or upset belly, that I usually take, and 9 times out of 10, well, pretty much always, this position makes the cramps go away, or at least makes them feel much more bearable. Relaxing those shoulders away from your ears. We're actually going to end here. You can stay here as long as you want. Please feel free to stay here until you feel comfortable. Once again, your belly. Maybe it's just you're taking this to encourage digestion, for better digestion. At the time of this video, Christmas is coming, so with all the good food that's coming, keeping some of these things in mind, maybe after a big meal, all the good food. Yes, stay here as long as you want. I will see you guys next time.